for a second. Y'all are always playing around.
Right, let's take it serious.
Deuce Vaughn is one of the best running backs in the entire country. And that quarterback for K-State is absolutely who am I kidding? K-State flipping sucks, and OU's going to crush them. 12.5 is not enough points. That quarterback is awful. I picked on him last week. It won for me because that quarterback is awful. And I'm telling you right now, like, I can't handle that they get way too much love, bro. He's so bad. And
bad.
Oklahoma.
Welcome back to the Hall of Fame College Football Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. I am back with the frenemy, Mr. Bryce Pinson, and the producer, Miss Tanya Leachman, for her first show. Welcome to the show, Miss Tanya.
Hello.
If you love college football, you are definitely in the right place. So before you forget, smash the red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring that subscriber bell so that you don't miss one moment of the Hall of Fame College Football Podcast. Bryce Pinson, you and Tanya kind of sucked it up last week, huh?
Bro.
What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I told you I only liked 5 games. You made me pick 7. I only liked 2 this week. I'm just kidding. I like 5 this week. I don't like 7.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't know that I like 7, but that's part of it.
I think we should trim it to 5.
It's not whether you would, definitely pick it. We want to try to give people some value here. So, don't be a wuss. Ms. Tanya, what's your
3 and
excuse?
4 is
What
there's
is
no
your
value.
excuse, Tanya? Come on, T.
My excuse is I took the U with my whole heart, and
Terrible thing to do.
They swapped quarterbacks, Tanya. Don't
just
take that.
sucked
They
it up.
swapped quarterbacks. That wasn't fair.
Look,
Who did?
You don't
and then
take that if they don't.
and then
If they do that
picked
early.
Tech, and then I picked.
Listen,
then I picked.
they
Tech.
still got outgained by 130 yards. Miami should have won.
Oh, I
Miami
agree.
should have won. They had their chances.
100%.
They had their chances.
Miami should have won.
They had their chances.
We ain't crying about that. We made a good pick, Tanya. Jason was wrong. We got lucky, though. We got unlucky.
I wasn't wrong. So
Moral victory.
As I said, I wasn't wrong. Tanya, did you turn these off on purpose?
I did. And then that kid got hurt at Tech, and that just annihilated all of their morale.
That one
you could
pissed me
see
off. It kept me from going 5
on
and
the
2.
sidelines. You could see it on the sidelines. That kid, as soon as it happened, I was like, oh Jesus. There's no recovering from
he was
that.
a bad break. It was one of those ugly break the bone things. Ugh.
It
I don't want to talk about
compound
that.
fracture. It was bad. It was bad.
Those are
So
nasty.
there's 2.
Nasty.
There's 2. And then I picked I think I picked the Baylor Oregon game. And I think I picked Baylor. I look.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it
get
is what it is.
I mean, right.
It is what it
Okay.
is.
So what we're going to do, again, guys, if you like and subscribe to these videos, man, we'd appreciate that a lot. And actually, if you want to help out this podcast, we have a new way for you to help us and you at the same time. We have a new affiliate deal with Fanatics. So when you are going to go buy your merchandise for your favorite teams anyway, just jump onto our website first, description below. Hey, just get on there, check that out. You're going to shop for it anyway. We get a small percentage. It would definitely help us out on the podcast. And but you still get your amazing gear. I'm wearing my newest shirt from Fanatics right now, so everybody jump in there and do the same thing. I know everybody's shopping there. Bryce got a stupid hat from there, a really stupid hat from there.
Do we have a promo code? Do we have a promo code?
There is no promo code necessary. Just for going through our affiliate link, you're going to get a great deal anyway. So there is no promo codes needed. Now, Fanatics is great because they have their own promo codes that pop up anyway. So on top of the deals that we're already going to get, if the deal is better that they've already got there, you're going to get that as well. So you'll never get a bad price. So But check it out. I mean, everybody's using it anyway. You might as well use it for us. If you want to support the podcast, it's not just handing us money. You're actually getting a chance to, get your cool gear as well. Man, I was looking at, they got the new NIL jerseys out now. So now you can get actual jersey names on the back if that's what you wanted to do, of your favorite player. So
man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they just released those, I believe, yesterday. So it's to where they can do the NIL jerseys. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, get on there, check it out. And anyway, so the front seven, our best 7 picks. We are going to start with Tanya. You go with your first pick, your favorite one, and let us know why.
Your favorite one?
Or whichever one. Go with whichever one you like.
Okay, my favorite one is going to be the Arkansas A&M game. That's my favorite.
Okay.
I'm taking Arkansas. I don't think A&M has it in them. I just don't.
Well, their offense is god awful. I mean, we just talked about that. The truth of the matter is they got outgained by 130 yards at home by a Miami team that couldn't catch a cold. So, it doesn't make sense how they won. I'm with you on that as well. I love KJ Jefferson. I think that he's got the ability to beat you a lot of ways. They have the best, probably, if not the best, one of the probably top 2 or 3 offensive lines in the SEC, which that is saying something when you have teams like Arkansas or like Alabama and Georgia out there that are going to run the crap out of the ball. So listen, when you have a team like that, I have no problem with it. Plus, it's at Jerry World, which he's an Arkansas guy himself. So, I see this going that way. I don't know why you wouldn't pick these guys. And I think that they had their little letdown against Missouri State last week, had to come back to win the game. That was important for them as well. So I don't think there's any reason to not go with Arkansas. Bryce, are you going to make this 3 for 3?
Yep. Let me tell you why you shouldn't pick Arkansas. Because I'm picking them too. And so when we all 3 pick, we freaking lose. So anyways, they're my 4th favorite bet, unfortunately. And Texas A&M still sucks, is in my notes. Last year, Arkansas crushed Mac Johnson at LSU. They've already played him once, and he got benched after that game, or during that game, I think at halftime. And I put Arkansas's receivers on way too much for that Texas A&M team. I'm telling y'all, this is a bad bet. The best part of
Texas A&M's team is their secondary, but yeah, that's the problem that I'm having is that I don't like that. So I reserve the right to change before the end of the podcast, of course. But go ahead, Bryce. You can go with your first pick. So go with your first pick.
So I'm going to go with my least favorite pick, and I'm going to give that same thing that I gave last week. Hey, guys, I don't like my final 2. I like my top 5. I don't like my bottom 2. Okay, so if you're going to put money on my games, don't put them on these 2. But I'll start with the first one. Virginia and Syracuse. And I'm going to tell you why I picked Syracuse in this game with -9 to cover the spread. I watched last week's game. This team can put up points. I think Purdue's a far better team than Virginia. And honestly, I just looked and the Sharps seemed to be betting on it, and I didn't know who else to pick, so I don't like it. But I'm taking Syracuse to swallow the points, -9.
Yikes. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. I don't like it.
It's a lot.
Can't bet Virginia.
Yeah, and I did have to bet this one, and I'm definitely going to bet against you there just because of the fact that they're getting 9, and I don't want to bet with you. So I'll just go with Virginia there, just for the sake of it. So I needed my 7th one. I wasn't sure which one it was going to be. I was almost positive that it would be one that you went the another way. So yeah, that works. Perfect. Okay, I know nothing about the game. I do know that Purdue got beat by Syracuse, and but 9 is a lot. So
they put up 40 in the 3rd and 4th quarter. All their points were at
the thing is what I really probably would look at then in that. I don't know what Virginia's done offensively, but the over-under is 54 points. I mean, this is we shouldn't analyze.
Syracuse is good. Syracuse. So
is good. Okay, yeah, they are. They've been which is the weird. I was just saying that with Tanya. I don't know how the hell, when the last time we said that was. I mean, literally, I don't remember the last time that they had anything but Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, Carmelo. I was about to say Carmelo, too. When Carmelo was playing tight end at the Orange.
The last stud at Syracuse was Carmelo. The hell are we doing?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like it. Tanya, you like it?
I did not pick that game. I did not pick that game.
Yeah, she was having a problem with the other one too. And I'm going to actually go ahead and look at this one. This was this is actually basketball week in the college football. As you see, we have Duke and Kansas. Syracuse, Virginia. That's another basketball game. West Virginia. So anyway, Florida and Tennessee, they've been better at basketball lately. So anyway, I'm gonna go with this one. Listen, this Kansas team has changed things around, and we're talking about a school. This freaking program was picked by Vegas. Their win total for the season was 1.5. All you had to do was win 2 to get the over. They're 3 games in. They're 3-0, and they've got a Heisman quarterback or a Heisman probably. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to win the Heisman, but he's in the running right now. He's got 10 total touchdowns.
They go undefeated.
They're not going undefeated.
Now, look, let's not. I am from Kansas. I am a Rock Chalk Jayhawk kind of girl, but I cannot.
They're not playing at the Fog today.
No, I cannot. I cannot co-sign that. Deal. I will not. No,
they're not. But he's got a guy. They've got a guy that literally he has carried their. They had Houston beating each other up on the sideline, their own teammates, at the end of last week. They beat the brakes off of them, and Houston struggled, coming out of the gates. But this was a top 25 team coming in that everybody expected to really contend and really maybe have that opportunity to get into the playoff. They're not. And nobody is out of the American this year because everybody's got a loss. But that being said, I got to tell you, I didn't expect this, and they showed me something last week because they were in control the entire game. Now, do I think that they're at some point going to come back to the mean? Yeah, probably. Now, is it against Duke? Probably not. They won the game last year too, I think is what it was. So they're only getting 7.5. They haven't put it over double digits here. It is in Lawrence. I didn't have any other choice. I got to pick that game. So
but
Kansas it is.
I'm going to tell you this. You do not come at us with no more basketball game mess. Do not come at me with another basketball game. I'm talking, are we going to start seeing 125 points a game?
No. Well, you don't see that in college basketball either. When's the last time you saw that in college basketball? That would have been the Sean May Carolina Tar Heel team. Was the last time you saw a team that was.
But here's the other reason. Here's the other reason to pick KU. Have y'all seen their jerseys? Have y'all seen their uniforms? They are fly AF, dope.
Fly AF.
I like it. No, that was better than what you say, Jason.
They're amazing. They're amazing.
I get it. No, and they've got that weird looking toucan on the side of their helmet. It's like with the rivets and stuff. It's kind of an odd. It's an odd helmet that I saw, but it's kind of cool. No, you're not. You're not going to do nothing.
I'm going to come in that room. Call it that
so
again.
It's your turn. It's your turn. Let's go. Are you picking Kansas here too?
No, I'm not. I have a slight lean to Duke. I'll tell you. I didn't want to bet the game because there's no way I could bet on Duke here.
No.
You remember the promo where we had a big argument about this is a basketball podcast because you were telling me Kansas was a football school? You were right.
I did not say Kansas was a football school. That's not what the promo said. Go back and look.
Okay, who's got the next pick? Who's got the next pick?
It's on you, Miss T.
Okay, I am going UT over Texas Tech. I picked Texas Tech the last 2 weeks, and they
screw them.
Just handed it to me. So, as much as it kills my OU heart to do this, I am.
Do not do that.
Only time I'll ever do it in my life.
You should flip those right down. Don't do that ever.
And that's all I'm going to say. That's just all I'm going to say. I have nothing more to say about that game.
All right, good. Yeah, I'm not picking it. I'm not picking that game. No.
Okay, well, I am. And so I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm more happy about it now that you're not, because that means we're probably going to win it. So I got Texas too. I mean, here's my main reason why I got
Texas. So, yeah.
Here's my main reason, though. It's, Texas always lets you down, but there is one thing that's different that I really, really like, and it's Gary Patterson. Gary Patterson's 4-1 against Texas Tech when he played at TCU in the last 5 years, and that pumps me up because now I think he's figured something out with the air raid. I think he's figured something out with Lubbock, and I think he's going to kick their butts.
Listen, this is a Texas Tech team that turns the freaking ball over left and right. They're dropping balls. They're throwing interceptions, and they got away with it for the first 2 weeks. They didn't get – I mean, they should have lost the Houston game. And then they go on the road, and they had every opportunity, like you were even saying, they had every opportunity to be ahead in that game at halftime, and ahead in that game in the third, be ahead in that game in the fourth, and they kept putting the ball on the ground or throwing a pick. So until Tech proves that they're not a turnover machine, why the hell would you pick them? It just doesn't make sense. And so they're not –
Until Tech – they're not playing like a D1 school. They're playing like a JUCO.
They're playing. Well, they're playing like they're playing JUCO schools, and like that first week of the year, they played Weber State. I mean, good grief, big whoopty crap! They put up 60. No, they're good in Division I AA, but they're not. Whatever. Anyway, all right.
They're going to be a basketball school.
Yeah,
they are a basketball school.
They are a pretty good basketball school. That's where Dame Lillard went to school. All right.
Bobby Knight.
Oh, he's talking Texas Tech. Damian Lillard went to Weber State. But yeah, Texas Tech's a basketball school too. It's my turn. All right, This is the next one. So the other two, Texas I actually like, Arkansas I actually like. I told y'all I didn't like Syracuse, but I had to bet them. This is the other game I don't really like, but don't bet this one either. The rest of the ones that I pick I actually like. But I'm taking West Virginia, swallowing the points against Virginia Tech, and it's just because I watched the whole Old Dominion Virginia Tech game, and I did not like what I saw at all. And again, whenever I look at it, 54% of the tickets are on West Virginia, but 85% of the cash, which tells me the people with the money that actually are trying to make some money are betting it. That tells me it's probably sharp money, and that's the only reason I'm going West Virginia is because I think I'm with the sharps, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked that because I went the other way.
Bring it.
Really, this is the one that I actually kind of studied and I took a look at their first few games. That Old Dominion game was not good, but they turned around and they've got a couple of wins of something that I cared about. So to me, I think that ODU game, they obviously, I don't know what that is. I don't care. I know that the last 2 weeks they've looked better. They're 2-1 against the spread. They're getting points at home. I'm sticking with Vautech. And West Virginia's been garbage. They lost to freaking Kansas. But, of course, so did Houston.
Yeah. I told you I didn't like it.
We'll see. Yeah, listen, we'll see. Okay,
Anya,
my
you
turn.
have anything on that?
She did not pick that one. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, next up out of the blocks is we're going to go with, all right, this is probably the one that I'm probably leaning on this one, but I don't feel great about it. Florida at Tennessee. Getting 10.5, and listen, here's the deal. Tennessee hasn't been able to stop anybody in the last couple of years, although they've done better this year on defense. At 10.5 is a lot to give. I really hate to do that, and because of the fact that it is a rivalry game, this is a tough one for me to do. But I'm going with Tennessee here because of the fact that Florida's offense is trash. They can't throw, and in order to be able to stick and hang with Tennessee, you got to be able to move, and I mean they're not throwing it worth the crap. That means you can just load up the box because they can't throw. I don't see any way that Florida. The last 2 weeks they have been trashed completely. The first week seemed to be an anomaly. We both had Utah, and we both lost. But I think that if they played again, that there's no way in hell that Florida wins that game. They're on the road, Neyland Stadium. They're jacked about this. I guarantee you they are. This is a game they should definitely win. I mean, look at what UK just smoked them. And listen, up until 2 years ago, Kentucky hadn't beaten them in 26 years. And they've beaten them 3 times in a row now. Florida is not Florida that we know. They're not. So I'm going with Tennessee there. Go ahead, Tanya. You want to add something to that?
I picked Florida.
Yeah. I noticed. But that's one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose, but it ain't going to be me. All right. So,
let me jump. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Tanya, go ahead.
I politely disagree.
Okay. Go ahead. Bryce, anything for you?
Hey, I'm pumped about this because I was worried we all three took the same team. Okay? This is my best freaking bet. I'm so pumped about it, and here's why. Josh Heupel will disrespect a rival. He will flat out run the score up on him if he can. And I think he has the firepower to do it. I think that this line, I think you're gaining value just for the fact that everyone thinks Florida's better than they are because everyone watched them beat Utah in the swamp. They ain't in the swamp this week, Jason. I told you. I don't bet against Florida in the swamp, but I love taking against them on the road. Josh Heupel will run the score up on you, and I am pumped about it. That is my best bet.
And I think that he can run the score up this week because of the fact that you just can't. Look, this freaking quarterback over there, I don't know what they saw in him. He can't throw. And actually,
if I beat you two on this game, it's going
to be fun next week.
Hats.
No, we're not. Never.
I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with that.
We've already had this conversation.
I hate OU.
There will never, ever, ever be a time that I will wear a Texas hat. Never.
I say we do it.
Ever.
See, Jason's a sissy.
Well, next week.
Never, ever be a time. No. I won't agree to this. I will not agree to
this. That's the hill. That's the hill.
I told you this was a lean. I'm certainly not betting that shit on it. Not happening. No. All right. Moving forward. All right. So
Tanya.
The bet goes back to you, Tanya. Where are you at?
I am slowly rethinking my picks.
That's not good. You can't do that on the show, Tanya. You got to come in there with confidence, even if you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, be wrong. Be wrong loud.
That's what I do.
The hill I am choosing to die on is going to be Baylor versus Iowa State. I'm taking Baylor. They have just screwed me all season, and I'm picking them again.
You're just going to die on that hill, are we? Just going to die on the hill.
Die on this hill. This is my.
Listen,
I had a slight to Baylor.
The thing is that Baylor defense is ridiculous good. This is a rookie quarterback. This is a rookie running back. This is a rookie, mostly O-line. Iowa State did get the big win against Iowa a week ago, but you could see them kind of having a letdown. They haven't beaten them in I don't know. It's been 50 years probably. I mean, they hadn't done it for sure since Matt's been there. So Matt Campbell hadn't beaten them yet. That's a big win, but you got to kind of expect a letdown there. And I'll tell you something. I'm still going to say this, that right now for my money, there's two coaches in the Big 12 that are above the rest of them. You're looking at Matt Campbell, Dave Aranda, and then you've got Venables and then the rest. So it's, those three guys right there. Venables has not been a head coach in the past. This is why I'm saying that you got those other two guys, because they have been. It looks good so far for Oklahoma, but right now, I mean, you look at what Dave Aranda went from 2-7 to 12. We had to talk about
Oklahoma.
Well, you're about to pick one of their games anyway, so might as well.
Oh, yeah, K-State, let's go.
Go for it. I'm done.
Oh, you done?
Then would you pick this Iowa State game? Did you pick Baylor?
No, I couldn't, man. I had a lean on Baylor, man, but kind of like Tanya said, they've upset me so many times. I couldn't bring myself to pull the trigger, man.
It's a tough place to win
what
but they
Baylor's doing. I'm not sure. And, yeah, I had a slight lean. I wanted to. I really, really wanted to.
I had to at this point. I felt like I had to.
I don't blame you.
It might be the one that just kills your entire week. So, because I feel like
I wouldn't be surprised.
Go ahead. Yeah, listen, who knows? You never can tell.
I picked them but I wouldn't be surprised. But no, we're going to do it. Baylor's coming back for me this week.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right, sweet.
Bryson?
So this is my third favorite bet. I still have my second favorite bet, but this is my third favorite bet. And I told y'all last week I went against this team last week, and I went against them for a reason. It was because of travel. Michigan State went on the road and played against Washington. I didn't like what they were doing with the travel. They said they were changing some things, but they're back at home. Sparty, I'm telling y'all, they are back at home.
Without an offense.
That's fine. The crowd's going to be rocking, and I'm telling you, I don't care that Minnesota just blew out Colorado. That's the second week I've watched Colorado play. Who really flipping cares? Minnesota is Michigan State's little brother. They have to win. They can't lose. They can't lose 2 in a row. Sparty gets over 6. They beat them by more than 6, but they're the underdog.
Tell you, I'm super excited that you picked it that way. Super excited that you picked it that way because I definitely do not have Sparty. They have no offense. They actually threw the ball really well in garbage time last week, but aside from that, they couldn't move the ball. The only chance that you got is to run here. The best secondary in the Big Ten belongs to Minnesota. They have zero chance here. They're going to lose at home.
Known for throwing the ball.
Well, they can't run it. They didn't run it even last week. They threw for 300 last week in garbage time. They didn't run for shit, and they got smoked.
Did you just say 300 in Sparta?
Sparta.
Oh, you're wrong. See, it's a sign. You're wrong. You're wrong. Sparta, let's go.
Shut up. All right, bro. Yeah, so the Gophers win that one for me. That's I'm going with that one. I'm glad that we picked differently there. It makes me feel better about my picks. But let me tell you. No
we got 3 differences. I can't wait.
Yeah, big time in it. Okay. All right. Coming to me on this next one. So let's go with I already did that one. Okay. TCU at SMU. TCU getting 2 points. The more I looked at this one, and I think SMU's still fine. They've got a good coach. He's a newer guy, but the reason that I'm definitely got to take TCU here, SMU's won the last 2 in this series, but it was because of the coach that's at TCU now and the way that they ran their offense. They're running a similar offense now, but who better to prepare you for that team than its last coach? I don't think that there's any reason, and plus you're getting points. All you got to do is just go across town. This is not a big – I think that TCU is definitely this is their biggest rival. They don't enjoy losing to them, and they've lost 2 in a row. I think that he's going to get in there and push the right button. Sonny Dykes is. I think that this is a pretty – I think they win this one, probably going away, but they're only getting 2. So maybe it's a great game. I feel like they win this one outright, though, and they're getting points, so I love it. Or no, they're giving 2. Excuse me. They're giving 2. I thought that they were getting.
I think
SMU is getting 2.
SMU is
plus
okay. 2. Yeah, you're right. But either way, I feel like they win this one outright. They're probably going to win it by a touchdown. I mean, that's where I'm at on it anyway. I think that they win this game. Anybody else on that game? Anybody?
Touching that one.
I didn't pick it, but those TCU uniforms are dope. Like, they're amazing.
Are you getting ready for your TikTok? Is that what's going on here?
I am.
Tanya's got a funny TikTok coming, Bryce. You gotta see.
I'm ready.
All right. So it is back to you, Tanya. Your next pick. Your mic is off. Hold on. You've got the mic off.
Okay,
there you go.
Thank you.
Now talk.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was messing with Missy. I picked USC over Oregon State.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't like the way Bryce made that face. I don't think Oregon State.
The Beavers. I love Beavers. It'll get cut. Don't worry.
So do you want my favorite? Do you want my favorite pickup line of all time?
Please.
Are you a Beaver?
Please.
Are you a Beaver? Cause damn.
It took me
I was
a second,
expecting
but
something
good.
way dirtier. I was expecting something way dirtier.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
That was a disappointment. All right, moving on.
Just like
Oh,
like you, Jason. Just like you.
You know what?
He's
I'm
being
with you on it. But here's the deal. I have a hard time. I don't really love this pick. I had to go with SC on it as well. I'm not overly excited. Here's the deal with SC. Their defense is not good. But
I feel
I'm
like
going
the
with them. They
dynasties are coming
definitely
back.
have the more efficient offense, and Caleb Williams is, to me, I'm moving him up to the number one guy in the Heisman this week with me. I think that he's a number one guy. So.
The dynasties are coming back. Like the 90s and 80s dynasty teams, I feel like are coming back. Like,
but they play defense,
like,
Tanya. They play defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, except Nebraska. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but they play defense.
They've got a new coach
coming. Team play defense, though. These ones don't. The thing that you're looking at here, I really think that probably the best pick that I could have taken here would have been the over, even at 70.5. The over was probably it. This is probably 40 to 35, and SC wins it. But I think SC wins it.
Yeah, I think SC is going to win it. But I feel like they've got that quarterback. I feel like you can do a lot of things with a good quarterback. But I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. And the one thing you can say about SC here is that they are actually plus 10 in the turnover department when it comes to, forcing turnovers. So that's the one good thing about that defense you can say, because they're giving up gaping runs and lots of big plays, but they seem to get picks or get a fumble somewhere in the last few weeks. But I also think that some of that, the Fresno quarterback went out right away. He was out. First quarter he was out of the game, and then the week before that, Stanford is just not that good. I probably should have picked that game too, but anyway, that's Bryce. Do you have a pick on that one?
You know what? What's funny is that would have been in my top 5 favorite picks. I almost took Oregon State. I really wanted to. The value told me Oregon State was the side, but after picking Fresno State last week and losing, I couldn't do it. Oh. But I like Oregon State. But
listen, I like Oregon State too, and I wouldn't be overly surprised if they somehow. I mean, Lincoln does know how to lose a stupid game every once in a while. He's done it. We all know about that. But look, I also think that quarterback, they should go undefeated in this conference. We'll see if they do or not, but they should, because they don't have to play Oregon during the regular season. I think that's probably their toughest test, other than Utah, but. Literally with this offense, the way that it is, I don't know who in the Pac-12 is supposed to really stop them. I just don't see it. And until maybe the Pac-12 championship game. Now, Kyle Whittingham is probably the best coach in that conference, and he's a defensive coach. So maybe he comes up with something to get them at that point. But that would be the only loss I see them getting, if heading into that big to the Pac-12 championship game, and I still think they win it. So anyway, moving on. This coming to me now. What do we got left? I think that's it, folks.
No, I got one more.
Negative.
We both got one more.
There's one more game.
Okay, so I had Tennessee, USC, Arkansas. I've already
just let me lead into it, Jason. Let me lead into it.
Go for it, man.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Go for it.
I'm going to need y'all to let me talk here, both of you, for just 1 second. Okay? Listen.
Oh, God. I'm going to shut this down right now.
Deuce Vaughn is country, and that quarterback for Kansas.
Hey, you should repeat that.
Martinez. No. I said let me talk.
I muted you, bro. I was just telling you to repeat. Shut up.
Did you really mute me?
I did. Yeah.
Anyways, listen, for real. Let's take this serious for a second. Y'all are always playing around.
Right, let's take it serious.
Deuce Vaughn is one of the best running backs in the entire country. And that quarterback for K-State is absolutely who am I kidding? K-State flipping sucks, and OU's going to crush them. 12.5 is not enough points. That quarterback is awful. I picked on him last week. It won for me because that quarterback is awful. And I'm telling you right now, like, I can't handle that they get way too much love, bro. He's so bad. And
bad.
Oklahoma's defense and Oklahoma's I said, let me talk, you freaking Sooner fans. Oklahoma, I'm going to agree with you right here, Jason. Y'all's head coach is good enough that he can make this game one-dimensional. He can shut down Deuce Vaughn, and if they make that kid pass,
they're dead.
They're already dead.
You're right. Yeah,
Second favorite bet. Second favorite.
I totally agree on this. I'd never, ever pick the games with Oklahoma in them just because I've got too much. I know that I'm not going to ever think of it the right way. But you're right. And the reason for it, Adrian Martinez is afraid to throw the football. They were talking about it in the press press conference afterwards. He's afraid to throw a pick, which means that he is dinking and dunking, and all they got to – and Oklahoma's one thing they're doing on defense is swarming to the football. You're getting 8 and 9 hats on the ball. Deuce Vaughn they're gonna have to overuse him, and he went out early last week against Tulane. I love Deuce. I think he's a great player. I don't think he's enough to win the whole thing. I don't think he's enough to win the whole thing by himself in Norman.
No.
And it's just a tough thing for them.
I'm gonna say this: K-State has, hands down, Adam and I, my brother and I both agreed, the ugliest uniforms this year that they've probably ever had. There's no big pretty power cat on the side of the helmets. It's not. It's
what
just
did they do?
So.
It's not different. I didn't see a change.
They look faded.
It is like, a faded purple for sure. Like they left
it in the program too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen,
K-State.
They're good on defense. I think that they could keep it.
K-State looks like they got their uniforms on discount.
Maybe it's possible. Yeah, all the money goes to Kansas.
I'm just saying.
That makes sense.
Is that why you're choosing Oklahoma?
Well, no, I
didn't take Oklahoma either.
I didn't.
I just have a hard time.
I can't believe it. This is the easiest pick on the list. Second easiest pick on the list.
It is. It's but
against my rules, bro.
I just didn't do it.
You don't like money.
The one thing about Kansas State that is scary is that if there's any team that seems to play great against Oklahoma every year, it's always K-State. Now things are different right now, and I think that
very different.
You're not seeing the letdowns in these games so far that you were seeing a year ago. Tulane came in, almost wins. It's a game that should have been at Tulane. They come in, they moved it because of the hurricane, and they come in and almost beat Oklahoma at home. They do what they needed to do on the road last week.
Prettiest uniforms.
Those are pretty dope, actually.
Of the entire week. Week 4, Tulane had the prettiest uniforms.
Hey man, they got that Carolina blue with the green going.
It was
pretty cool.
It's actually pretty cool. It was so pretty.
Yeah, but I don't know why we're talking about uniforms so much here.
We're going to follow her on TikTok.
We are going to follow her on TikTok. And folks, everybody, we're going to put all that stuff in the show. Make sure that you're following Bryce on TikTok. Look, everybody, while we're thinking about this, like, subscribe, make sure that you're ringing the bell. You want to get everything on that. And also make sure that, hey, if you're playing fantasy football and you have not already been, and I think everybody pretty much is now, if you're not paying attention to what Bryce is doing on TikTok, you shouldn't play fantasy football. Because this guy is giving you the cheat code to win your league. And if you're not out there getting it, you're out of your mind, because the guy flat out knows what he's talking about. He said, tell us again about the Rams and what you did on that deal. 2 days before the freaking game, he tells you to make a trade while there's still some kind of
value. He told you?
Yeah, I just straight up said, it tells. Hey, I just told everybody, I was like, hey, before this game starts, you might want to trade Cam Akers because he will have no value when the game's over.
After the game's over with.
Yep, absolutely.
So if you want to destroyed.
Oh, they killed me. They said I was dumb and that he's going to be a workhorse. And the Rams never used two running backs. The dude didn't even start, and he got one carry.
He does the same thing every week, folks. Continue to listen to him, or don't listen to him and lose.
Do what you want.
I mean, it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code if you want to win. You better follow him. But if you don't, then just throw your money away. You might as well just burn it. Or not play. I don't know. I'm telling you, as much as I believe in my betting ability and everything else like that, if I'm playing fantasy football, I'm just going to hand the roster to him.
That's right.
Whatever.
Follow me if you want to win.
Follow him if you want to win. Tanya on TikTok as well. It's funny stuff. It's going to be good. She's got a couple of videos coming up. I can't wait to see that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be in the. That will also be in the description. Take a look at that. Make sure that you like, subscribe. Yes. Last pick of the day. What is it, Miss Tanya? Give it to us.
The Ohio State University.
Yeah.
It's who I picked over Wisconsin.
Wow.
Nice.
It is at the shoe. 18.5 points they're giving, though.
That's my game. I'm taking the Ohio State University.
Okay. Bryce, are you in on this game?
I couldn't touch. I'm scared of it. I would take Ohio State if I was going to, but I'm scared.
What happened. They didn't even cover against Notre Dame. So, no.
It's been a few weeks, though. The offense is getting going a little bit better. I could see it, and I think it'll probably happen. I just couldn't bet it.
Here's the problem with this. Why I would not take it. And I wasn't going to bet against them either because I just won't bet it. But the thing is this game is generally a pretty close game, even when Ohio State's a lot better. So
it's going to be a good game. It's going to be the game.
So a good game means you're in trouble.
Look, you know what though? This is like my opposite of Baylor. Okay. This is a game where it's going to be a good game either way. And I'm taking the Ohio State University because I have faith in them. I feel like they can do it. You can lay
that many points thinking it's going to be a good game. Okay.
I think it's going to be good.
She's not the best color person in the game for nothing. Or maybe is she not? No, that was never mind. All right. So guys, that's all 7, right? That's all 7. So we have we've actually picked 9 games. Maybe.
Yeah, we picked a few, maybe 10, 9 or 10.
Yeah, 9 or 10. So we're definitely okay. With mine, you're going to get Tennessee. Bryce also has Tennessee. Tanya did take Florida in that one, so that's good. SC for me and Tanya. Bryce did not pick that one as well. Wisconsin, Ohio State. I didn't mess with that. Bryce didn't mess with that. Tanya's going with the Buckeyes at laying the 18.5. We all picked Arkansas to beat A&M. That very much should happen. Now you should probably go take your money and bet A&M all the way. I would tell you to do that because we're all wrong. I mean, there's no way we're right whenever we do that. All right. The next game, Texas and Texas Tech. Both of the other two took Texas. I didn't pick it. I don't trust them. If I was going to pick the game, I definitely would have picked Texas as well. You should be happy that I didn't, because that would have been a loss.
You didn't pick that game on principle.
No, I can't trust Texas Tech. I can't, and I think that 6.5 is a decent line to get at home. But yeah, screw them. I don't trust them. They can't.
We'll take Texas.
Yeah, no. You want me to take Texas? You want me to take Texas and screw your bet?
No, I don't.
Okay, then shut up. All right. So the Baylor at Iowa State +2. Baylor's getting 2.5. Tanya had the nerve on that one. She went with Baylor. That's a pretty gutsy pick. The two of both Tanya and I have Kansas covering 7.5 at home to the Blue Devils of Duke. It's not a basketball game. It's not a Thuma. All right. And then the TCU, I was the only one with the nerve to pick that one. They're giving to on the road at SMU, but they got SMU's old coach. I feel good about that. Virginia at Syracuse. Bryce went with Syracuse. I was on the fence there. When he went with Syracuse, I went the other way. So it's So Virginia's getting 9. They're on the road. I figure they'll cover 9 just because, Bryce went the other way. So that's no scientific. No
Game's a
science,
disaster, bro. No one wants to bet that game.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It is a shit show.
A lot of them are.
Yeah, they are. Then Bryce picked Boomer Sooner, baby, throw them horns down, and Boomer Sooner for Bryce.
Money. I don't care right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel
money. I'm not a Texas fan. I could care less. I'm not a fan of nobody. Basically, I'm a fan of money. That's right.
Okay,
I'll bet on anybody.
We did both pick and again, we went opposite there, but I was already going Minnesota. I don't like Sparty at all. Bryce has Michigan State. Minnesota is giving 3 on the road. That over under 51 also kind of enticing, except for the fact that, I don't see it.
Under 51.
I feel like Minnesota wins this game. I think it's under 51 probably. And then the last game, the last one that we all played was West Virginia, Virginia Tech. Or in fact, it was just me and Bryce. We went opposite there as well. Hey, somebody's going to get their ass kicked this week.
Well, I'll tell you what. We went opposite on 2 games that I didn't like. The only one I care about is really Michigan State, Minnesota. The other 2, I'm like, I just bet them because I didn't flip them. No. The Sharps went that way. I just followed the Sharps. That's all I did.
Listen, and so that one, I know that's where you were at on the Vatech in West Virginia. I don't know what the Sharps are on there. It seems weird to me. I don't like them. I think that all they have is JT Daniels. We saw in the first week that they don't have a receiver that can catch the football. So I don't know. I don't know where they're at on it. I don't have a huge lean on it though either. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think we have a chance to be really bad this week. So one of us is going to be. So anyway, all right.
One of us is going to
that is our top 7, our front 7 best picks. Have fun with them, folks. Some of these games are a little tough. I think that one of the ones I felt the best about was Arkansas until we all picked it. So again, I would probably go to the window with A&M now. I gotta tell you. So
I might bet that, actually.
I definitely kind of might need to. Anyway,
our record when we go together is not good. It is so bad.
It's pretty awful. Again, folks, if you like what you're watching, Tanya, we appreciate you being on the show with us now, and she's our new producer. She's been taking care of a lot of stuff for us. Our show can only get better. It can only get better with Tanya here.
Be sure to keep an eye out for the under the radar high school seniors.
Hey, and definitely we need to start hearing. We need to get some people that are under the radar. We need to start hearing about it. So, listen, I've got another quarterback. The quarterback for Warren will be coming on next week, but this week I'm going to have Darian Holmes on. I'm going to do. Let me just do a little spot there on that for Artesia. His dad played here at Artesia, won 2 state championships here. He is first year starting at Warren High School. They were 2-8 and didn't play him for some reason, or 2-8. And this kid has 7 touchdowns in 4 games, 22 catches, 6'3", 190, got speed, and his hands are insane. Wait till you see this tomorrow. But I need everybody to start giving us some of these under the radar recruits. I know that New Mexico is under recruited. So don't tell me there's not somebody out there that's not capable of playing at the next level that they're missing at Rivals or 247, because there's got to be. Okay, and they can't just all be at Cleveland High School.
Yes, we want your nephews, cousins, brothers, friends. Whatever.
If they're good, they're good. We'll look at it and see it.
Yes, send us on TikTok, Facebook. What else
Anywhere.
are we on?
It'll all be in the
anything.
description.
Yes,
you can send it to our emails. I don't care if you send it snail mail. Get it here. Do something.
Yes.
Okay. We want to get some of these kids that listen. There's a lot of college programs in the country that could use a guy like Darian Holmes. I promise you that. Mm-hmm. I promise you that. So let's think of that and realize that we've got to get guys like that out there. And there's more of them like it. Nobody has offered that quarterback. He's 17 touchdowns to 1 interception on the season, and he doesn't have an offer. A single one. So
That's crazy.
You can't tell me that there's not guys out there like this. They're everywhere. I don't want to hear that they don't fall through the cracks, because they do. So thank you for bringing that one up, Tanya. Again, we've got a lot of new stuff coming your way. I'll be back on. I'm going to take another swing at it with the NFL, because I got my teeth kicked in last week. So Saturday I'll be on and try to atone for that. But hey guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell.
I love it when Jason gets his teeth kicked in.